So in Project Castaway, there are several cassette tapes and sticky notes and things like that you have to pick up to advance certain quest lines. There's an issue right now with the cassette tapes where the second cassette that you're supposed to pick up, which is technically cassette number 3, can be glitched into the mesh and you can't pick it up, so you can't advance that quest. Now, they're supposed to patch that, they're supposed to fix that, whatever, but at the start of your save file, what you should do until that's patched is just run through and pick up all of them. That way you don't have to worry about, I'm going to go look for it myself later and it's not there and I've built a base and built a raft and done all this stuff and now I can't build the plane, which is what the cassette tapes are eventually for. It's to get you the plane repair manual, and then with the blueprints that you pick up, you can build your own plane. So the very first one that you have to pick up to make the next one spawn is going to be at the very top of the radio tower. So that's where we're heading right now. And there's a sticky note here on the base of the radio tower that you should pick up too. That starts the other quest with sticky notes that you need to pick up, but that's not the same quest. That one's for radio tower. You eventually get digits to unlock that lockbox down at the base of the tower through that one, but those have random spawn points as far as there's a lot of possible places they can spawn, and they're not always set, but you have to pick up 6 of those. So here's the first cassette tape, which is tape number 2, as we talked about. I'm just gonna head back down. Next one's going to be here on this little platform, but this is the one where if it's not there, just restart your save because you're not going to be able to continue. But you see how there's some vegetation near that? Sometimes, because that's randomized, it'll spawn over it and you just cannot get to the tape no matter what you do. Gonna head back up here, pick up the third one, which would be tape number 4. And this is what I mean by they spawn in sequentially. If this was already here, obviously I would have just picked it up when I was here the first time. But that one's here. And then the last tape, if you're familiar, is going to be over where we pick up the Ancient Lantern at. So the Ancient Lantern is on the back side of the island, sort of where you first come in. Also, if none of this looks familiar to you, because your island is not this island, this has only happened to me before on one save. But if this is not your starting island, just restart your save. I have started before on what I call Boeing Island. It's the one with the crashed passenger jet, but that's not supposed to happen. You should always start on Radio Tower. This is considered the starter island. It does happen. And your guy will be running very slow and very tired, because your stamina starts at level 1. Okay, there's tape number 5. And there's the Ancient Lantern beside it to the left too. You can pick that up later. And then the plane repair manual is the last piece of this quest that we actually have to go pick up. And then the rest of it is just building out the plane. So the plane repair manual is right here. And that's it. That's all you need for that, and then you can start finding blueprints to build out the plane.